XRP and XLM holders are expecting a 98.9% chance of this happening today. What this is and what the implications are, I'm going to share it with you. And we've got a hack out there that came in at 30 million. Nuh-uh, girlfriend. Revised estimates now have it at 60 million. Hackers are making money on the pumps and dumps. And we've got 100% chance of stupidity. That's right, everyone. People not taking responsibility for their actions. And like the whiteboard says, blaming others is pathetic. Happy Wednesday, everyone. It's hump day, and don't poke the bear. PSGL9FR says 70 cents. That's what sucks. Talking about the lack of big pop when it came to XRP and XLM. Aid Torrance says, I'm so sick of Twitter, X, and all these scam posts. They are everywhere. Now for the 100% chance of grossness. One of these two viewers gets a redemption. Let's get into it. Spreading FUD with the title. That came from WF5697. I said, not really, since Gary did win. You think every video has to do with XRP and that XRP is all crypto. Well, it isn't. XRP wasn't mentioned in the title. It wasn't mentioned in the thumb. So yeah, there's that. TaiFan8676 says, your title is clickbait. I thought about the Ripple case, but it's not related. What a trick. No. See, you are blaming me on your actions. Let's take a look at this. Here's a picture. It's got Gary Gensler up on the screen with the devil horns with a case note from the actual case in the story. The title says SEC won, 98.9% says we're screwed. Where in there does it say anything about XRP? Is there an XRP logo on the screen? I don't think so. Is XRP mentioned in the title? I don't think so. So you are blaming me for you thinking that every video out there that has to do with Gary Gensler and the SEC is about XRP. Maybe you are filled with too much hopium expectation. The world is not XRP. Now, WF5697, though, gets a redeeming quality. And oh yes, everyone, I read the replies to the comments. Here's the reply. My bad, you're talking about the market as a whole. I get it. Love your content. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But stop blaming others for your expectations. Title wasn't clickbait. You just magically assume that the world revolves around XRP. And that you, yes you, hopium addicts, you're like, oh my god, where's the moon info?
Shut the fuck up, you loser.
We'll swing it on over the heat map where there's really nothing too juicy going on because it's got to do with the 98.9% chance of what's going to happen today. Bitcoin sitting at 29,182, ETH 1851. Filecoin, down big 5%, sitting at 427. XRP, highlight of the show, under 70 cents, sitting at 69.8, nice. XLM, though, retreating in price quite softly, but still retreating, sitting at 14.1. We're going to talk about XRP, XLM price-wise, and what today's action means. Excessive XRP reserves unveiled by major exchange OKX. Here's how much. One notable aspect of the exchange's report is the striking assurance that all XRP tokens held by OKX users are 102% backed by the platform's own reserves. At present, this amounts to 196 million XRP tokens. So now what we can do is we could use their proof of reserves, and yes, everyone, cross-reference it to the volume. I wonder how much of that volume is wash trading. Throwing it out there. 60 million crypto heist hits AlphaPo. Lazarus Group suspected. Now remember, crypto is about technology. So if there's other people out there that have more technology encoding and hacking than maybe your providers or where you're buying your crypto from or the DEXs or the exchanges of the projects, oh, you might be in some trouble. The plot thickened when ZachXBT, using data from Dune Analytics, identified an additional 37 million allegedly drained from the old addresses of the Tron and Bitcoin networks. This revelation pushed the total estimates to over $60 million. Twist in the tail, Lazarus Group. Very distinct footprint on chain. The group has been in the crosshairs of security researchers since 2014. AlphaPo's ordeal is not an isolated incident in the crypto world. No shit. Hacks, scams, and schemes are all over the place. In fact, Stuart Alderati, right, a little bit of Ripple Council, his Twitter page was hacked to promote XRPX scam. Alpo is not a deal, is not isolated in the crypto world. Early in July, cross-chain bridging protocol multi-chain suffered a $100 million in unexplained withdrawals, leading to the cessation of its operations. So who's making money in the crypto world? Pumps and dumps, meaning hodlers aren't. Hackers are making money and people trading the volume in the movement. Deaton's coming, I believe, the biggest and hottest debate at the SEC, and I believe there's senior SEC officials who are split on what to do. They're talking about should the SEC appeal right now. Well, they got time. Interlocutory appeal deadline passed. They will have 60 days once the court case is done to actually file their appeal. So technically, the clock hasn't even started yet for the SEC to appeal. So Deaton, you can play with it all you want. We can beat our heads into the ground all we want. We know the SEC is going to keep coming because I did a video about it yesterday where the SEC won. 98.9% chance of this happening. It's the Fed dropping a quarter on us. The scary part, though, is the 1.1% of them dropping a 50. Now, look. They're not going to drop a 50 today. But what you're seeing right here is people starting to lean towards the idea of even more hikes after this one. Now, we're going to have a live stream on it today, 2 p.m. That's when the announcement of the rate hike happens. Then Jerome Powell goes on the mic at 2:30 and talks. That talking is this right here. How much more are you going to hit us with? Remember, have your safe word ready. Asparagus, asparagus, asparagus. Don't make it Beetlejuice. Don't. That's bad. But Jerome Powell will be coming out today, and we want to hear what his hawkish tone is going to be. Yep, he's going to be hawkish. He's going to talk about housing. He's going to talk about doing whatever we can to keep inflation down. XRP price, well, talked about it yesterday in the video. What did we want to see? As we approach that 70 cents, we pop right back up on it, and we are right now like hovering on it. We are right now hovering at that 70 cent mark. I'm expecting some sideways action, of course, until the Fed's meeting today. Now, if the Fed keeps raising rates higher and higher and higher, that's going to put even more pressure to the downside. Why? Because money is expensive. Venture capital money becomes expensive. Business development money becomes expensive. Crypto, everything just becomes expensive. So when everything is expensive, we start talking recession fears, because then we start talking about companies letting go of people because sales are starting to be bad, because inflation is eating up. It's a big cyclical mess. So let's hope that Jerome Powell says, yo, we're going to hit you with the quarter today, but we're going to back off. I doubt it, but let's hope for that. XLM, the story's a little different. We're seeing more erosion since the secondary hit without the development of footing. Now, the good news that XLM has over XRP is when you look at the XRP move is, yep, right down here, right? It's met its lows of the primary retracement. XLM is still way above primary retracement. Look, primary retracement here was at 12.5, and we're right here at 14 cents. So we still got a good amount of runway left, a good amount of padding left before we get to this danger zone here. But again, buy the rumor, sell the news. So if there's no big news happening right now, and we know development news from both Ripple Labs and Stellar Development Foundation really aren't pushing the price, it's macroeconomics and big events, SEC action, court case, macroeconomics, that's what moves the price. Scary part is global macroeconomics are going to be tight and ugly here for quite some time. We may be done with peak inflation, but we're certainly not done with global inflation. And blaming others for your problems is very pathetic, and we have a big problem with that in the world, don't we? We like to blame others for things that we're in full control of. I do get pissed when people say, hey, that was a clickbait title, when there wasn't even shit in there about it. That came from the leaps that you took in your mind. Not all of you, just the ones that I showed you with the commenting. But the one commenter did redeem themselves, and it's proof that I do go back and check and read the comments. I'm sorry I don't have time to reply to them all, but I thought the beginning segment where I highlight some of my favorites would be a good way to give you all the props and credit that you deserve. Now today, Jerome Powell, well, he's taken center stage. I'm looking for things to be quiet until then, and I want to see the market's reaction right when the announcement happens and as he talks. I also want to see what happens with earnings for the rest of this week and next week. Do we get any juicy earnings pops from any companies that are in the fintech world that maybe could help us out? We just need more clarity, and we know we're not getting it fast, especially in the United States and, well, even global. We're seeing some KYC issues pop up where exchanges are like, yo, we're going to do KYC now. And people are like, yo, we don't want to use your shit. 50% drop in volume. Qcoin. Did the story yesterday about it. It's messed up. But what's not messed up is yesterday I swapped out this 90 millimeter stem for this 110 millimeter stem, and it made all the difference on my ride. And I actually had the fastest time on my test track. Felt good. What am I doing today? Well, I'm going to chill out until 2 p.m., where you're going to join me, hopefully, in the live stream. I've got a race coming up in 4 days. Tons of stimulants, tons of pre-burn. Daddy's going to be a little bit wired, and I might be sweating under my clothes. But I'm going to be ready to kick the shit out of everyone on Sunday. Yep, it's a prep race for my big 2 races that are coming up shortly after. Lots of pre-burn. Lots of caffeine. You cool cats, though, have a great rest of your day.